Outgoing U.S. President Donald Trump has committed to an orderly transition to the Joe Biden presidency minutes after Congress certified Biden's win, effectively clearing the last hurdle to his January 2021 ascension to America's top seat. Trump's commitment to an orderly transition also came hours after his supporters stormed Capitol Hill, interrupting an earlier session of Congress that was meant to certify Biden's win. These events happening with the Democrats having secured control of the Senate with wins in Georgia. Raquel Moigai reports.
The disorder in America as Trump's exit looms is about to come to an end. In his latest statement posted by White House spokesman Dan Scavino on social media, Trump said, "Even though I totally disagree with the outcome of the election and the facts bear me out, nevertheless, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th. That coming shortly after Congress certified Joe Biden's win with 306 Electoral College votes to Trump's 232. Outgoing U.S. President Mike Pence refusing to cave to pressure from Trump to reject Biden's win. But Trump's latest statement was also telling, in that he maintains he will continue fighting the 2020 election outcome, stating, quote, "I have always said we will continue our fight to ensure that only legal votes were counted. While this represents the end of the greatest first term in presidential history, it's only the beginning of our fight to make America great again." In a stunning bid to overturn Trump's historic election defeat, pro-Trump protesters stormed Capitol building, occupying the symbol of American democracy and forcing Congress to suspend a session to certify President-elect Joe Biden's victory. Rioters forced their way past metal security barricades, broke windows and scaled walls to fight their way in, where they roamed the hallways and scuffled with police officers. 4 people dying in the Wednesday rampage. 1 woman was reportedly shot by police, while 3 others died as a result of unspecified medical emergencies. The chaos in the U.S. Capitol unfolded after President Donald Trump spent weeks whipping up his supporters with false allegations of fraud in the November 3rd election, culminating in a call to march to the building that represents U.S. democracy.
We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved.
It took police officers at least 3 hours after the invasion to clear Capitol Hill of Trump supporters before declaring the building secure. And despite a citywide curfew that was issued in Washington starting at 6 p.m., police troops, even after, were still trying to restore order. U.S. President-elect Joe Biden demanded outgoing President Donald Trump to step up and renounce the violence, with Trump's Vice President Mike Pence describing it as a dark day in the history of the United States.
I call on President Trump to go on national television now to fulfill his oath and defend the Constitution. Threatening the safety of duly elected officials, it's not protest, it's insurrection.
To those who wreaked havoc in our Capitol today, you did not win. Violence never wins. Freedom wins. And this is still the people's house.
President Donald Trump, who had urged the demonstrators to march on the Capitol, later called on them to go home, but repeated false claims the election was stolen.
This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel.
Earlier, Democrats won 2 Senate seats in Georgia that tipped control of the Senate their way. Raquel Moigai, Citizen TV.
And in terms of news that came in over the last hour or so on that same story, Facebook, the internet platform, has blocked the U.S. president from accessing his accounts on the social media site and on Instagram, with CEO Mark Zuckerberg saying Trump will be blocked for at least 2 weeks until the peaceful transition of power is complete. Zuckerberg says, and I quote, "Events over the last 24 hours demonstrate that President Donald Trump intends to use his remaining time in office to undermine the peaceful and lawful transition of power to his elected successor." End quote. We're also aware that Representative Ilhan Omar has drafted articles of impeachment against President Trump. She blames him for his supporters' attempt at insurrection at the U.S. Capitol yesterday. So that's the latest so far in regards to that. And as you